Good afternoon, everyone. Got a little update on my bike setup. I was on the Chillicothe big 150-mile ride I did over the weekend. Got cut a little short. One, I was trying to film, and I was coming down by the Hopewell Indian culture village, and at the end there's a little grass trail that goes over to the road, and I was trying to film and wasn't really paying attention. There was a little erosion along the road, so I curbed the road side there because there's about a 4 or 5 inch lip, and flattened my front tire, but I fixed that. It took me about 20-30 minutes, so wasn't a huge deal. And then ate lunch, and then heading back out of Chillicothe. I was on the edge of town and hit this bump, nothing too unusual, expansion joint in the pavement on the bike trail. And the bike shuddered, and I thought, well, maybe I knocked off the chain, or it jammed up or something. And got off and looked at everything, turned it off and on, turned it on. The bike tried to move, the rear wheel jerked a little bit, and then all of a sudden, there's a big puff of smoke from the controller here. I got a Crystalyte controller. It's programmed at 72 volt, 4,000 watt, a little maybe slightly more than that. It's supposed to be rated. That's supposed to easily be able to handle it. It's according to HPC cycles, high power cycles. It's that's the model, and it's easily supposed to be able to handle that. And that's my one of 2 batteries I have, 72 volt, 24.5 amp. So I think they're cranking out 1,700 watts a piece. So whatever that comes out to be, 3,400 watts roughly. So that's what happened. The controller went up and had to call a friend. He came, picked me up, and so if you guys have any thoughts on that, I'm not really trying to fix it. Like I said, me and my wife's considering about going to the Philippines, but I wanted to share my experience all the way up to the bitter end. Anyhow, I also had a Grin controller, which is on this bike, and it was programmed at, I seem to be having problems with 72 volt or something related. There's my Grin controller, the Phaserunner. So I got one of them. This bike's 62 volt, and I haven't had any problems. I'll take a seat here. I've been working all day. So I've had one of them go bad, and within about 2 or 3 months, maybe 1,000 miles on each one, maybe, they both went bad, and puff of smoke, and I thought there was going to be a fire. So not sure what's going on. The only thing that's happened on my 62 volt bikes, which is this yellow one, and the orange one over there, is on this yellow one, the throttle went out one day and stopped working, and I replaced that and got that running. But I got about 30,000 total on all the bikes, and the 72 volt's been the most problematic for some reason, and both of them are controllers. So I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of new to the electric bike scene. I've built 6-7 bikes, although I'm very knowledgeable about bikes themselves. Been doing that 35-40 years. But so anyhow, 72 volt and 2 different controllers. So that's what happened on my ride. So, and I think these are at least HPC cycles is charging about almost $500 a pop. Now the batteries are from Grin Technology. I'm not sure where they're made, but probably over in China or Taiwan somewhere. They don't make them themselves, I do know that. But wanted to give you a little update on my bike. So here's the bike that all that was on. So I converted it back to a pedal bike. Flex hub on there. That's a, I'm trying to think what they call that. Anyhow, it doesn't make any noise. Sprag clutch. It uses a sprag clutch, so it's completely silent. Pretty trick. They carved my, I think I've shown you, they laser. Let's see if I can spin it around here. Pardon the camera work there a little bit, that they, sure, there they get my name in it, Kugler Racing. I thought that was pretty cool. So put that back on, still running the same front wheels that was on it with the electric. So put a derailleur on it, put a rear shifter, 406 wheel, running 10 speed on it. So SRAM 10 speed stuff. So got that, took it out a little bit riding yesterday and realized how out of shape I am. Plus I switched crank length. These electric, I've got 100 millimeter cranks on them, which is really short. As you can see, I should get close here. I showed you before, but that's 100 millimeter cranks. That's about 4 inches, and these are 175s, and they're, needless to say, about 7 inches. So kind of threw me off because that's a big change. So the legs are really bent and folding back. So, and plus I'm used to the electric, plus with my Parkinson's over the past, that's why I switched to the electric a few years back, because it was hitting me hard. So that's why I switched back. But anyhow, I got a video I'm trying to upload. I'll try and add on to this in case. So at this point, I'm thinking about pushing on towards the Philippines now. Not necessarily directly related to the bike breaking down or anything, of course. Been working on that, trying to go or think about it for 3 to 5 years. But so got the bike, like I said, this one's back to pedaling, but wanted to give you a little update on that. And then also I got a video loading up. I'm between now and Christmas, well, not Christmas, December the 1st, I'm going to be selling all my bike things. So I've got 2 or 3 dozen wheels, NV zip, lots of cat trike wheels, front and rear, various sizes, all kinds of, too numerous to list. So if anybody's interested in anything, feel free to contact me. I'm only looking at local buyers, somebody that if you drive over in cash, I'm not willing to take all the trouble to load it up and ship it to somebody. So I live in Spring Valley, Ohio, which is out near between Dayton, Columbus, and Cincinnati, down that area of Ohio. So if you live in southern Indiana or northern Kentucky, it's pretty close. So if anybody, I'm going to sell my entire collection. I've got extra seats for the bikes. I've got extra wheels, 16 406 700C 559, 507 24s. You name it, I got it. I've got a park touring stand, double-headed. I got a park wheel building station touring stand. A couple dozen chain rings of various sizes, anywhere from like 36 to 80 and 70. Got extra carbon rims here. This is happens to be a 349 16-inch. It's a carbon fiber rim, a Chinese build. I ordered about a half a dozen of them, so I got them. They're brand new. Also have a come in 406 version. That's what's on the bikes. They're 38 millimeters wide, roughly. So that's what's on the front, and that's also a 16. So couple hundred wheels, a dozen or 2 dozen rims of various sizes, 2 dozen wheel sets of various sizes, boxes of hydraulic brakes, a dozen different cranksets, a dozen different front hubs. I used to ride mountain bikes for years, so I got some of that. So I've probably gotten rid of about 50–60% at least of what I used to own, but I still have boxes, tires, e-bike parts, because I'm been chasing all this for many years. Got a carbon fiber cat trike boom there that Utah Trikes made me. So quite a bit of stuff. If anybody's interested, feel free to contact me, and don't pay attention to all the other stuff. That's my work style. So half of it in the shop here is bike related. So just throwing that out there. So not a huge hurry to do anything. I guess the big ticket items are the 3 bikes here. Now 2 are electric with hub drives, and the 1 is back to a pedal bike, which could be put back to electric. Or if you're interested in a sweet, not very nice build Cat Trike 700 and you want a pedal, it's ready to go and back to rideable. So I always called that the Green Hornet. So just wanted to give you an update of my situation with the trikes and my trouble down in Chillicothe, Ohio over the weekend. And if you have any thoughts on 72 volt and controllers acting up, or HPC cycles, high power cycles, maybe let me know. I'm, like I said, don't have a great deal of experience, but I think 2 different controllers with 72 volt going up in smoke, there's something going on, so I'm not sure what the deal is, but anyhow, I was I think I'm done with it. I'm going to be moving, so I don't want to reinvest another $400 or $500 on another controller. And also, it's been taking 3 to 6 months to a year to get some of these parts. For everything you do anymore takes forever to get anything. So I think I'll let somebody else. But I got the 272 volt batteries for sale. I've got some. I got 6 different chargers. Luna chargers, 62 volt. That's the blue one there. They're pretty nice. And I've got just a generic silver 62 volt. Then I've got the Statiator from Grin. I've got 2 of them, and the battery in the Grin stuff on the green bike is less than a year old. I haven't had it any time, so I think I paid $2,600. I think there was like $600 in shipping from Canada because all the fares and stuff. So batteries are very pricey. These were, to get them from Grin up in Canada. So let me know if somebody's searching for some 72 volt batteries. I have 2 of them here. They've got the XT90 and the 60 connectors here. So that's that. And they're, like I said, these batteries are less than a year old. Just bought them last year. And they work, and of course you can plug them in, and the Statiator will tell you what kind of shape they're in, so it'll tell you that they are good batteries and working. So anyhow, that's the update. That's my time. Appreciate all the new subscribers, and thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me and Rosie, and it'll help us out a great deal in our future, and dealing with my Parkinson's and not be able to work as much or as hard as I've used to. So that's one of the biggest reasons going to the Philippines is that. And I'm getting older. I'm 60, so not that that's terribly old, but when you have Parkinson's, it adds up. So appreciate everybody. Thanks for watching. That's my time.